man whose wife is covered in neck tattoos.
Yeah. So the answer is no.
My wife has all those swastikas across her Adam's apple and WP on it.
Appearance is what it is, and neck tattoos are not accepted yet. That's my one real thing. I like that you failed in life, not you personally, but if you haven't messed up, you haven't done anything. You're boring to me. I need to know you fucked up on someone else's dollar. That's the kind of guy I want to hire.
Wow. And you find that they're great workers.
Absolutely. If they fuck up, they go back to jail. This is the best worker in the world. And they got kids at home that are counting on them. I mean, has your life changed? Well, you already have, but once you had kids, your life changed. You got more serious.
Your priorities change. You go, well, I'm not going to do that job because I don't want to leave town. Like, I'm not going to go to Calgary or, someplace for a month to make a movie unless the whole family just moves. And if I have a 9-year-old, he can't leave school.
I mean, I started cleaning up poop because my wife was pregnant with my first son.
Why is there always poop?
I don't know. I think I always ask this.
Why do Hoarders' toilets always break?
They fill them with newspaper usually. The bathtub gets filled with clothes, and the oven gets filled with papers. The oven becomes a safe, and for some reason, the bathtub becomes a new closet.
And what about the toilet?
The toilet just gets full, and they stop flushing it, and then they're embarrassed to let someone come fix the toilet, and then it just overfills, and then they just let it go.
Have you ever been surprised, having met a hoarder, like you couldn't wrap your mind around how this person was a hoarder?
Oh my God, yeah. We meet judges. I mean, we had one guy that was a very prominent lawyer, and he and his wife were both hoarders, and we actually had to clean their house from midnight to 6 a.m. because they didn't want anybody to know that we were there.
Well, yeah.
Was there
trauma in their life?
There was, yeah. They lost a child, and it was understandable.
Oh my
Most
God.
of the people, I get it, man. I once I understand the trigger, I totally get it. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd shit on my cat too if that stuff happened to me. I totally get it.
So you get all these people because you were down on your luck, and you
absolutely.
But working at that camp for the kids, that overcoming grief, and working with your aunt and your grandma,
it all comes back.
And having been in the grips of addiction, it is almost like you were the guy. With the coal came the diamond. You were the one guy that I'm not. This is going to sound super like you were the man God put on earth.
Look, I'm an asshole, and I know that.
Man is God and ruin. We all know that. But you're the guy that somehow you're the perfect confluence of events to get this going. And now, I mean, everyone watches Hoarders, and everyone, it's like the go-to joke. I mean, I did the Tonight Show, and
you said a joke about Hoarders.
Yeah.
That's how I met you.
The Christmas one that my wife wrote.
I don't even remember the joke now. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, there's at least to celebrate. Your kindness and your compassion for people. And get Matt Paxton's book, The Secret Lives of Hoarders. And of course,
clearly you're reading your wife's question now.
No, no. I wrote a nice little outro for you that I wanted because we're pressed for time. And for everyone listening, Matt and I had no idea that the memory card was full. We don't know where this cut out, so forgive us. We will do it again. You can get Matt's book, Secret Lives of Hoarders. I've read it. It's great. I mean, it's rare that you read a book where in the introduction you go, wow, that's fucking fascinating. And when you said that recovery is relative, that really made as someone who works with a lot of people who are addicts and recovering, we've done podcasts with like Mike Catherwood, who's like a former junkie and all this stuff. I guess everyone's recovery is relative because it's a daily thing that you have to do. But in hoarding, is it a direct? It's in AA meetings they say keep coming back. It works if you work it. Is that exactly what it is with hoarding? If you do your aftercare, you will succeed.
Yeah. I tell everybody, the secret I've found to life is just not quitting. If you stay in the game somehow, eventually you'll get there.
But what if a hoarder sees something that they do actually really want to buy?
Well, that's why it's tough. Because they got to buy food. They got to eat.
Yeah,
consumption's a part of afterlife. It's a hard thing.
That's why food addicts to me are so fascinating because you have to eat.
Well, and that's what
bipolar people that are also addicts get off of drugs except for these 9 pills you have to take to function. Don't take the 10th and 11th. Don't take the Xanax and don't smoke heroin. But take these 9 prescribed pills to keep you from pulling people out of cars and fighting.
Let me give the best example I see all the time. A lot of times you see couples that are they've been married 15 years, they're not communicating anymore. Guy watches TV in one room, wife goes to the other room, watches TV. If you just stop watching TV, that doesn't solve the problem. You've got to get at the root. Why did you stop communicating? Why did you get in a fight? What caused it? Same thing with hoarding, same thing with drug addiction, alcohol, whatever your addiction is, whatever your problem is. If you go to therapy, figure out what caused it. What's at the bottom of the trail? Why do you do this? everything else falls away. And
What's your success rate? Would you guess? Assuming people do their aftercare.
If you do the aftercare, it's high. It's probably 70-75%. If you don't do the therapy, it's zero.
The people on the show, so would it average out to about 45-50%?
50, yeah, I'd say 50 or now. It's a new disease. I mean, we're still learning it.
I really think A&E should do revisiting a lot more often.
We should. We've done 2. I'm finding out this year that it takes about a full year before they get that we've helped them, and often we'll go back 6 months later.
Like I got to see that bunny house again.
They're actually doing okay. I've talked to them.
We got to go back to Randyland.
Randyland. You and I are going to go there
visit Patrick in jail.
I'm going to try to get you on my podcast 5 decisions away.
Yeah, no problem.
We're going to do it live at Randyland.
Really?
We'll walk through it. We'll do the whole tour, and then we'll sit down with Randy and talk for an hour.
Your kindness and your compassion is it's inspiring because a lot of people watch us as a sideshow, as like a car crash. You know, that's why we watch. Like you even said it. People watch. At least I'm not that bad. But you're literally the guy that goes in and cleans up other people's shit. And I think you should be commended. And you're gentle. I've seen you be not judgmental. I've rooted for you to yell at people, and you haven't.
I do at times. Yeah.
But, you know, we want people shook and slapped, like, snap out of it.
Yeah.
You look at this. You have a goat with one leg, shot putting another goat.
I believe treat everyone equal, same level, and they'll rise up or they'll rise down. I just believe we all came from the same place at some point. If you treat someone that's down, treat them with respect, treat them with honesty, eventually that person's going to get their life back and they're going to help you. And I see that every day. I mean, Randy changed my life, believe it or not. He actually helped me get over the grief.
How did that lady, I mean, that's a crazy thing you just said. That lady, Hannah, with all the animals, how did she help you?
I believe
she was one of the most despicable people I've ever seen in my life.
She didn't help me,
and her children were fucking batshit crazy. They showed up and they started throwing bows.
Her daughter dropped her son, punched him square in the face, dropped him cold on the ground.
I just got a call from work. The people here arrested my mama.
The one with no teeth. She knocked the guy fuck out. Just like off of you got knocked the fuck out.
You got knocked.
She knocked him out cold.
But how, when you're in the middle of that horde, there's something in you that you just want to keep helping.
I have to, because somebody helped me when I was down, and it took 10 years, but I got my life back. I have to help that lady. Someone somewhere, she's going to change someone's life. Believe it or not.
All right, but
believe it or not, she changed the laws, animal rights laws in the state of Illinois now.
Well, that's great. But okay, so that is how she helped.
Very quickly, she's helped people.
The editorial you, man.
Yeah,
she helped you, man.
I don't give a shit about cats. I'll be honest. If a cat dies, I don't care anymore.
Oh, you don't want to say that.
I don't. Unfortunately, I don't care.
I don't either.
Yeah, but
if you have a cat and it jumps in my lap, I'm watching the game.
She made so many people angry about how she treated her animals. She changed.
She thought she was running like an operable farm. She's taking eggs to market and selling milk.
That woman did the best she could, and people don't understand that. She was doing the best with the cards she was dealt.
Who called Animal Services?
Honestly?
Yeah.
It was one of her kids.
Because that was the big thing in the show.
I was shocked.
Like, hey man, who called Animal Services? And why don't you guys call Animal Services the second you see those?
We didn't call Animal Services because we were trying to build an actual case. We had it. We had national.
The actual case when you look at it.
Yeah, but you can't just take animals. They are considered property in the state. Yeah. Most animals, farm animals, are property. They're not actually pets. So you can't. I couldn't get her in jail. We couldn't get anything to change
because that was the big mystery of that show: is who called Animal Services.
We were shocked. It was her grandson. He called. He was pissed. He was done with it.
That lady was the most. She might have
been a tough lady.
My two favorite.
She punched me square in the face.
No, she did not.
She did. She punched me square in the face. She had an arm too.
Yeah, she had big ham hocks on her, and I like the black.
But she gave me a hug at the end.
Family. Well, then it's all right, right?
Yeah.
Well, then sure.
Well, at the end of the day,
you are a forgiving man.
People forgave me. I was an asshole for 20 years, 10 years.
Me too. The Black family, where the guy just went to Vegas because he had to work on his book.
That guy was. I didn't do that one, but I don't buy that guy at all. I'd like to know the full story on that one.
He had a girl.
He had a girl in Vegas.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think he gave a shit about that.
Now, are they up and running?
No, and here's the thing, and I didn't do that one, but you're putting on a point that's interesting to me. A lot of hoarders blame the bad things in their life on the hoard. And once we clean the house up, they can't blame it on the hoard anymore. And they got to face the sad reality of their life. And that's tough for people.
How many World of Warcraft players are listening to this podcast getting off on the mention Horde over and over and over again?
I think
the
there's
Alliance
some
versus
porn.
the Horde.
I think there's some Hoarder porn somewhere.
Wow. Well, Matty, thank you very much. Buy his book on audible.com/J. He'll help us out. It's Matt Paxton. Again, apologies for the technical errors. If you have questions that we didn't get to, tweet him at
Clutter Cleaner. CLUTTER Cleaner. CLEANER at Clutter Cleaner, singular.
And I'll be following him as soon as I rotate my.
I noticed that you friend me and then take me off.
It's like a CD shuffle. I got to keep it.
It's a good day when I realize you friended me again.
Yeah, I'll do it the second you leave. So if you have questions, hashtag Mohr Stories and get to Clutter Cleaner, and JMohr37 is me. And again, you can see me up at Nugget. November 19th at Sparks, and please go to audible.com/J and you can get Secret Lives of Hoarders and listen to the band, the Avett Brothers.
The Avett Brothers. Can I say one last positive thing?
You say whatever you want.
I try to end anytime I talk to them. If you're having a rough go, if your life sucks, it's up to you to make the change. Get out there, do it. You got two ex-asshole recovering addicts sitting here talking to you, and you've wasted an hour and a half listening to us. So we know. We know. Okay? We know we have been in bad places, and we have both happened to marry really awesome women, and I think that is part of the reason we got our life back. But get out there, ask people for help, and change. Your life can get better.
And so Nike is really correct. Just do it. Do it.
Don't quit. That's the secret of making it. Just don't quit. Stay in the game, and eventually you'll win. Everybody else will quit. You'll stay in and win.
Thanks, Matty. You're awesome, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Find more funny shit like this at smodcast.com.